Constitutional Court will hold a special sitting in honour of Justice Edwin Cameron tomorrow. He'll step down from the Apex Court 25 years after first being appointed as a judge.
Cameron began serving at the ConCourt in January of 2009. For decades, he has been championing the rights of gay and lesbian people and fighting denialism and discrimination associated with HIV/AIDS. Openly gay, he was one of the first public figures to disclose his status.
SABC reporter Chriselda Lewis and cameraman Sicelo Hlanula spoke to Cameron's colleagues and close friends as he hangs up his robe.
And the same applies to laws that criminalize people.
He has been described as a jurist of the highest order and one of the greatest legal minds of his time. Well known for some of his judgments on free speech and defamation,
the party can instruct its members.
In a 2015 DA versus ANC case, Cameron's majority judgment dismissed the governing party's claim against the opposition for stating in a bulk SMS that the former public protector's report shows how former President Jacob Zuma stole taxpayers' money to build his Nkandla home.
He has left behind this enormous body of work, something like 400 judgments overall in which he has participated. Someone like Judge Cameron has been an exceptional legal scholar, an accomplished legal writer, and a judge.
We are angry because we are not yet hearing enough truth about AIDS.
Cameron was an outspoken critic of then-President Thabo Mbeki's AIDS denialist policies. In 1999, former President Mandela is said to have considered appointing Cameron to the Constitutional Court. His deputy, Mbeki, allegedly blocked the appointment, citing a need for more diversity.
When the JSC came back to interview the candidates for appointment to the Constitutional Court, we had 5 women before the JSC. And you know what Edwin did? So selflessly, he just stepped back and gave those women an opportunity.
More accolades from his successor as director at the AIDS Law Project at the end of 1994.
I took over from him, and I remember him coming to the office saying, "Zaki, I want to ask you a question. Do you think I should accept an appointment as an acting judge from Nelson Mandela?" I didn't think twice, because his knowledge of the Constitution and of constitutional law, even at the time when we didn't have a constitution, was phenomenal.
He created and then built support for a charter on HIV and AIDS and human rights in South Africa. And he went to all of the politicians. It was signed by Nelson Mandela, it was signed by Chris Hani, it was signed by Dr. Mangosuthu Buthelezi. So right from the very beginning, he was telling people we have to respond to HIV in a way which respects rights.
The flame of democracy lit to dispel the darkness of our past. As it continues to burn at the highest court in the land, Justice Edwin Cameron bows out. An HIV/AIDS and gay rights activist, his quest for justice and human rights seen as a major contribution. Chriselda Lewis, SABC News, at the Constitutional Court in Johannesburg.